deep in the heart of the emerald forest, as the sun peeked through the leaves. Every creature was starting their day. Tycho, a bright red parrot with the loudest, most cheerful laugh, stretched his wings wide, feeling the warmth of the morning sun. "Good morning, sunshine. Oh, it's a perfect day for exploring," he chirped, his voice full of excitement. From a nearby tree branch, his best friend Naya, the clever squirrel, twitched her bushy tail and giggled. "Exploring again." "Just try not to get lost like last time, Tycho," she teased, her eyes twinkling. "I won't," Tycho declared confidently. "I just want to see what's beyond the big hill today. I bet it's something amazing." With a gentle whoosh of his powerful wings, Tycho soared into the bright blue sky, leaving Naya to her morning acorns. When Tycho finally reached the other side of the big hill, he stopped in midair, a puzzled look on his face. The river below, which always sang a happy, gurgling song as it flowed, was completely silent. It was still and quiet, which was very unusual. "That's strange," Tycho whispered to himself, hovering just above the water. "The river always hums a tune. Why is it so silent today?" He cautiously dipped the tip of his wing into the cool water, sending small ripples across the surface. Suddenly, a soft, mysterious voice whispered from the water, "Please, help me." Tycho jumped back, startled. He looked around wildly. "Who said that? Where are you?" "It's me." The gentle voice replied, sounding very tired. "I can't flow like I used to. I'm stuck." Tycho couldn't believe his ears. The river was talking. He had heard old stories about the magic of the forest, but he never thought he would experience it himself. He flew closer, his heart filled with concern. "What happened to you, river? Why can't you flow?" "Something is blocking my path upstream," the river explained weakly. "I can't reach the animals and plants downstream who depend on me. They will soon be thirsty." "Don't worry," Tycho chirped, his voice full of determination. "I'll find out what's wrong. I'll help you." He knew he couldn't do it alone. Tycho immediately flew back to find his friends. He gathered Naya the squirrel, Lumo the brave young lion, and Pip the clever frog. When they heard the river's story, they all agreed to help. Naya, always the practical one, pointed her paw upstream. "Let's follow the river. If we go far enough, we're bound to see what's stopping it." So the team set off. They walked, hopped, and flew along the riverbank, their eyes peeled for any trouble. After a while, they found it, a huge pile of fallen logs, stones, and mud had created a dam, trapping the river behind it. "No wonder it can't flow." Lumo grunted, looking at the massive blockage. "This looks really heavy." Pip, who had seen many things in his time by the water, hopped onto a large rock. "If we all work together, we can clear it bit by bit. Every little push will help." And so they did. Lumo used his strength to push the bigger logs. Naya scurried around, digging away at the mud and smaller stones. Pip directed them to the weakest points in the dam, and Tycho flew back and forth, pulling at loose branches. They pushed, they pulled, and they rolled with all their might until, with a final, mighty shove from Lumo, a small trickle of water broke through. Then, with a great splash, the dam gave way. "It's moving!" Tycho shouted with joy. "The water's moving again." A cheerful, gurgling voice filled the air. "Thank you, my friends. Thank you. You've freed me." The river bubbled happily as it began to flow freely once more. The river sparkled in the sunlight, singing its gentle, happy tune as it wound its way through the forest. The animals downstream cheered as the fresh water finally reached them. Tycho looked at his friends, his chest puffed with pride. "See, when we help nature, it helps us back." Nia nodded, adding, "And when we work together, even big problems get solved." Lumo let out a small roar of laughter. "Teamwork makes the stream work," he declared, and all his friends laughed along with him. From that day on, the animals always listened closely to the river's song. It was a beautiful reminder that caring for nature is caring for everyone, and that together they could keep their world flowing beautifully. Thank you so much for joining us on this adventure. If you enjoyed our story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next one. See you soon.